Welcome back. I'm Tiana.
And I'm Adrienne.
And this is
Tiana and A's Taste.
And today we'll be doing a local favorite to the Boston area called Kane's Doughnuts. So if you're ever in the Boston area, there are 3 locations, 2 in Saugus and 1 in Boston. And we will be doing a tasting of all of their gluten-free donuts.
Yes.
And their gluten-free donuts are also all dairy-free. So here is our box from Kane's Doughnuts, and we have a dozen donuts in here for today.
And the flavors that we will be taste testing today are chocolate coconut, pumpkin spice, apple cider, maple bacon, old-fashioned, cinnamon sugar, blueberry blast, and lemon poppy. There were 2 other gluten-free donuts that were sold out, unfortunately, and that was a Devil's Food chocolate and also an old-fashioned coconut, right?
Yes,
okay.
Yes. All right, so let's get into these. Let's start. I'm going to start with the most interesting one first.
Yes.
We've got right here the,
I got it.
Lost a piece. We got the maple bacon.
Each a little piece.
So I should also add that not only are there gluten-free donuts, gluten-free and dairy-free, but they are also nut-free. So if people have issues with that.
Is that a big enough piece?
Yeah, of course.
Here we go.
I've never had maple bacon before. Personally, I gotta say, if you're a maple bacon person, it's probably different. I've never tried that before. I'm not really a fan of the sweet and salty.
I actually like that part of it. The
Donut.
Yeah.
It needs to be dipped fully in the maple stuff. So the maple is just kind of drizzled on the top. It seems like it needs to be dunked in the maple and then put the bacon on, because kind of the bottom half just doesn't have enough flavor behind it. So moving on, we will do a pumpkin spice.
It's so pretty.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to show you.
All right.
This used to be a seasonal flavor, but they have it now all year. And they've been doing more gluten-free options basically every season. They were doing them seasonally, but now they just carry more of them all the time.
Yeah. It's a subtle flavor.
Yeah.
I like the glaze. The texture's good, but it's
not pumpkin-y.
Strong. No.
It's cinnamon.
I agree.
I think it tastes like a, honestly, if you said it was a spiced donut,
You'd
that's what it
believe
tastes like. I just don't really taste the pumpkin part of it, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, except that if you're looking for like that pumpkin,
yeah,
it's not there. But the
Could get
flavor.
a pumpkin coffee and have it with it.
That's true.
Okay.
And then that is the lemon poppy seed.
Lemon poppy seed. All right. Take that.
Thank you. Am I mistaken? No, I think that's the lemon poppy, right? That's gotta be. The only other one that it could be is the apple cider.
I think it is.
It might be. We might have lied.
Sorry.
So this this one
Is
we think is the actual apple cider. We'll do the lemon poppy next. They're not labeled, so I just had to go with what made sense. But yeah, okay, so now thinking about it as apple cider, it's different.
It's moister.
The texture on that donut is much better.
Yes, my favorite so far as texture.
Yeah. The other ones are a little, they're cake donuts, I should say. So there's obviously a difference between cake donut and a yeast donut. That one though is a denser tasting one.
Okay, so now, this should have been the sign. Oh, yellow strands. Right.
I thought it was green.
Oh no. All right, here we go. Again.
Now lemon poppy.
Yes.
Yes, and the speckles. There's a little bit of poppy seeds in there, so there we go.
Oh, it's very lemony.
Oh yeah.
Make you pucker.
That's what I was waiting for in the other one. I was like, I don't think I have the right flavor. It is very lemony. I mean, it's good. Let's go with the coconut. So this is a chocolate donut with coconut.
Completely
covered in coconut.
All right. Some pretty. It's pretty.
So their chocolate donut that we're missing, I believe is the same base. It's just like dunked in like a glaze, I believe.
Chocolate glaze.
No, I think it's a regular like the original one is.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Really smells chocolatey.
The chocolate, it's there. It's just something.
The texture's a little different.
Yeah. It's not super strong chocolate. It's kind of a mild chocolate. All right, and we will do a blueberry. So this is the blueberry blast. They kind of had to stack them on top of each other, so there's a little coconut, but it's kind of a pinkish color.
Oops, it's for you.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Very sweet smelling. The texture on this one's better again.
Just took it right out of my head. Yep.
Very sweet though. This one's like candy.
I don't mind it at all.
This one's like candy.
It is. That's
texture's better on that one.
I would never know.
But that one's gluten-free.
Yeah. Ever.
The chocolate one, I feel like you can, if you're gluten-free and you're used to the texture being slightly different, you probably wouldn't think anything of it. But this, you wouldn't know whether it was gluten-free or not. I would say same with the apple one, definitely. Was the same.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's
Stick
good.
this over here. And then, Mom, do you want to end with chocolate or do you want to start with?
Let's end with chocolate.
Okay. So we've got a cinnamon sugar donut, which I think will probably be my favorite. I like cinnamon sugar.
All right. Oh, nice.
Texture better, probably.
That good. I want to dunk it in coffee.
Oh yeah, it's not super sweet. It is kind of like a coffee cake almost.
It's a nice little bit of cinnamon crisp on the outside, subtle, but
especially having just gone from the blueberry though that was overly sweet. This one's much more mild. It doesn't quite taste like, if you're from New England and you know what a cider donut is, it's not quite like that, but it has kind of that same vibe.
Cider?
Like, you know, the
like
cinnamon sugar cider donuts that you get.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it has that kind of feel to it, but it definitely isn't the same taste as those. Those tend to be like super light and fluffy. This is more like a cake donut, but has that kind of cinnamon sugar thing.
What's this one?
This one is the original old fashioned. So original donut with a nice thick glaze on that. I don't know if you can pick up on that crunch that's going on here.
There you go. It's more like the earlier donuts that we had. The
Texture's a little,
it.
yeah. But the flavor of the glaze is very good.
Very nice.
Honestly, I think if this was warmed up a little bit, like fresh from cans would be different. I mean, I just picked them up today, but I think if you stick it in the microwave for a minute, it'd be really good.
Okay.
All right, so we have our last one up. Probably Mom's favorite, but we'll see. So this is I think it's just a chocolate covered or chocolate glazed. So it's an original old-fashioned type donut, like a...
I didn't even mention that one.
Oh,
sorry.
This is the last one. So yeah, so I think it's just a chocolate coating, chocolate glazed one.
I never say no to chocolate. There you go.
Texture on this one seems a little bit lighter.
The chocolate's not too sweet. It's nice.
Mild. The texture on that's a little bit more of like, not as good as the apple cider one and the blueberry maybe, but it's much closer.
It is. True.
It seems to... It's interesting because the base seems very similar in a lot of them, but the texture is just different. I don't know if it's cooking time or
I don't know either.
Just like luck of the draw or what that is, but they're good.
They're all good.
Yeah.
Some better than others, I think.
I think flavor wise, you know, definitely more. I don't know actually. I like it. Yeah, go ahead. All right, we'll come back. All right, so while we were off kind of getting our ratings going, we did throw a few of them in the microwave just to see if heating them up helped with the texture a little bit. That's a very common gluten-free issue, is that when they're warm, the texture is much less gluten-free like, and then when they're cooler, you know, they are a little bit drier. So we popped a few of them in the microwave, and that helped for almost all of them.
Not everyone of them. The chocolate coconut, I would say, don't heat it.
When the coconut got heated, it definitely changed that. But for the rest of them, I mean, and we're not talking long in the microwave, just, you know, 8 seconds or so, just to get it a little bit warm. It did help with the texture of the rest of them. So our ratings are kind of keeping that in mind a little bit. I will say though, I've had Kane's donuts multiple times before, and I've always only ever had their gluten-free. In general, I eat a gluten-free diet. Occasionally, I will have a little bit of gluten, but in general, always gluten-free, and I am always dairy-free. So they have been better in the past, so I'm not sure if this just, you know, the day was a little bit off. Maybe they were slightly over-baked, and that might be why some were a little bit drier than others. But let's get on to the ranking. So what would you say was your least favorite of the bunch?
The chocolate coconut.
I agree. That was my lowest one as well. I think just honestly, even if it wasn't dry, I don't think I like the chocolate donuts as much as the like vanilla cake.
I definitely do, but I'm not gluten-free, so I'm really a tough audience.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then after that, what do you have as number 8 for you?
Maple bacon.
Agree. That was the same.
I actually like the top a little bit. I know she didn't.
Yeah, no, I did. But honestly, I think the maple part was very good. I'm not a fan of the like sweet and salty like that. But honestly, it still beat out the chocolate coconut a little bit. So that is saying something.
Okay. Next. 7.
Next for me was the lemon poppy.
Oh, I really like that one. Okay, not with cinnamon sugar.
Oh, interesting. All right. After that, so for 6, I had blueberry blast, which I know is not.
I like that too. Okay, I like sweet things.
Yeah, I found that the lemon and the blueberry were just a little sickeningly sweet to me.
No, it wasn't sickening.
It's very sweet, very sweet.
Mine was the chocolate covered.
Okay. So from there, 5, then I hit your cinnamon sugar. That's where I put cinnamon sugar at 5.
I put the pumpkin spice, and I want to mention that actually heating that, I think it released a little more of the pumpkin. I thought I liked it better when we heated that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely pumpkin spice is much more spice than pumpkin for sure.
I agree.
So what number are we on? 4?
4.
So 4 is chocolate covered for me.
Okay, and I have the old fashioned. Sorry.
No.
All right. 3. Okay, and now you weren't a fan. Mine's lemon poppy.
Okay, all right. I have the apple cider as number 3.
Good. That's good.
Again, that one to me, just too sweet. A lot of the reason that these were dropped down was nothing to do with like the texture of the apple cinnamon, the apple cider, sorry. That was a great texture.
Yeah.
It was just, the glaze is just a little too sweet. And you know what it is? I think it's almost artificial, like flavor maybe?
I
like
didn't
to
catch
get the
that.
apple.
I know what you mean, but I actually didn't catch that.
Okay.
I think that was good. So that was your...
That was 3 for me.
3. Okay, and I said the lemon poppy.
Yeah,
so now we're on
2.
2. And mine's a blueberry blast that she thought was like candy.
Too sweet. Too sweet.
All right, I really liked it.
My number 2 is actually the pumpkin spice. So although it's not very pumpkin-y, I like cinnamon and I like the spice. So that to me was 2nd.
That's good. Okay, so my number 1 was the apple cider. Loved it. I really love that donut. The texture, I just wouldn't know. I didn't know that was gluten-free.
Yeah. And then
Dairy-free.
Yeah, true. And nut-free.
And nut-free, yes.
For me, the old-fashioned is the number 1. I will say it was way better once we put it in the microwave. The texture went back. But again, that was one of those ones that I've had an old-fashioned at Kane's many, many times. And that is kind of my tried and true favorite. So I do know that that is my favorite. And then once we heated it up, it definitely did confirm that. But I will say that from Mom's perspective, where she hasn't had these really before, the texture wasn't as moist as it typically would be. It was a little bit drier today. But that kind of concludes our ratings of everything today. Thanks for watching again today, and I hope you enjoyed this video of Kane's taste testing. And when you're in Boston, you'll have to hit them up.
Absolutely, and as you can see, even Apollo loves Boston.
Please be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below what videos you'd like to see from us in the future.